In a time long ago, the world had become filled with wickedness. People were living in selfishness, greed, and violence. Everywhere you looked, there was hurt, betrayal, and brokenness. The world God had created was being destroyed, not by nature, but by the choices of humanity. But in the midst of this darkness, there was one man who stood out. His name was Noah. Noah was righteous and faithful. He lived in a way that pleased God. He trusted God and sought to follow him, even when the people around him ignored what was right. One day, God spoke to Noah. He said, "I have seen how wicked the world has become. I am going to bring a great flood to cleanse the earth. But I will save you and your family because you are faithful." God gave Noah very specific instructions. He was to build a massive boat, a huge ark big enough to hold his family and pairs of every kind of animal on the earth. God even told him how to make it: the length, the width, the height, and the materials to use. It was an enormous task, something no one had ever done before. Noah obeyed. He worked tirelessly to build the ark, following God's instructions exactly. People around him laughed and mocked him. They didn't believe a flood could come. They thought Noah was foolish for building a giant boat on dry land. But Noah didn't listen to them. He trusted God. Once the ark was finished, God told Noah to gather the animals. 2 by 2, male and female, every kind of creature came to the ark: birds, beasts, and everything that moves on the earth. Noah's family also entered the ark. Then the rains began. At first, it was just heavy rain, but soon the waters rose. Rivers overflowed, seas swelled, and the flood covered the land. The storm lasted for 40 days and 40 nights. Everything outside the ark was submerged. Inside the ark, Noah and his family were safe. They trusted God and cared for the animals, waiting patiently for the waters to recede. After many months, the rain stopped. The flood waters began to go down. Eventually, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. Noah sent out a raven, and later a dove, to see if the land was dry. Finally, the dove returned with an olive leaf, a sign that life was returning to the earth. God then told Noah, "Come out of the ark, along with your family and all the animals." Noah stepped out onto the dry land. He saw a world renewed. The earth was clean, and life would begin again. In gratitude, Noah built an altar and offered a sacrifice to God. God was pleased. Then God made a promise to Noah and all generations to come. He said, "I will never again destroy the earth with a flood. I place my rainbow in the sky as a sign of this covenant, a reminder of my mercy and my faithfulness." The story of Noah and the great flood teaches us many lessons. It reminds us that God sees the condition of the heart and values obedience and faithfulness. It shows the consequences of sin, but it also highlights God's mercy and hope. Even when the world seems full of darkness, God provides a way to be saved. Noah's story encourages us to trust God, even when others doubt or mock. It reminds us that our actions matter and that faithfulness can make a difference, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us. And the rainbow in the sky stands as a reminder that God's promises are steadfast, that even after the storm, there is hope, new beginnings, and a chance to walk in His goodness once more.